Hello, fellow Druid. So, not only Druid is S tier when it comes to the end game, actually also in leveling, Druid seems to be one of the fastest and best built classes. I did around a 1 hour 40, 0 to 70 in the season, and not really effective was like slacking a lot. So actually with a really effective group, if you're not slacking, having an effective group, you could probably go 0 to 7 in under 1.5 hours. The reason for this is thanks to the maggot tech. With the maggots, as I said before in the video, you can really level up 0 to 70 really quick. So all you need to make this work is you need 2 points in your Helltide war plan. I'll explain you also after this how to quickly get those 2 points. With those 2 points, you get 1 point into Hellmouth and into Ref and Rot. The idea is if you open the website helltides.com, you can see where the Hellwarens are on the map. Once your threat meter is above 2 bars, I mean, at least if you have 2 bars, you try to go to these positions where the Hellworms are. When you engage these Hellworms and you kill them, you will spawn the maggots. And as we all know, the maggots drop the experience globes, which are the most craziest way to level going into season 14. And how to get these 2 points really fast, I'll show you. So the idea is you want to go into the Helltide normal difficulty and just farm as many sitters as you can in really quick time. Once you've got like enough sitters, around 600, 700, what you want to do is leave the Helltides and change the difficulty to Penance. So once you're in Pennant, all you want to do is take the sitters you farm normal difficulty, go to Pennant difficulty, and open as many chests as you can here. So obviously toughness is really important so you don't die, so you don't lose your sitters. So that's why I would recommend putting a lot of points into toughness at the beginning of the game. So you just go open the sitters and progress the experience in your Helltide war plan. So you might ask what the idea about this whole thing is. So the plan is actually if you're feeling tough enough, you can do it on Penance. If you feel you're like lacking the toughness, it's a bit hard, all you gotta do is go to normal mode and kill mobs. That's why the Heroes of the Storm and the AoE is really cool because you can keep killing small packs, and your threat meter here, as you can see at the top, the threat meter in the Helltide goes up really fast. So what you want to do is in normal mode, Pennant, if you feel that's too tough, go into normal mode, get your 2 bars full, look at the Helltide's website that I showed you before, look where the Wyverns spawn, go there, as you can see here. When you kill them, then when you go to the area, these maggots spawn, and the idea is to kill the maggots and get the progression globes, and the jib by, I think around, you just need around 1.5 hours and you'll reach level 70 with the build. So the whole idea of the build is not to go max DPS. As you can see, it's more about toughness because you don't want to die. Dying means you lose your threat meter. That means you will not be able to summon the maggots. So you want to be more tanky, have enough damage to kill trash shit to get your threat meter up, and then when you engage the maggots, you just don't want to die because they're actually tough. They can kill you. So that's the idea. So when it comes to the build, I personally prefer playing Lightning Storm and Cataclysm for leveling. I wouldn't really recommend playing Shred or Tornado for leveling. It's fun, but you just lack the resources to be efficient. So the idea is, like Shred, you're going to play later when you hit level 32, as you saw. It's going to be really fun. You're going to play the dash. You're going to have your Heroes of the Storm on and your Cataclysm and just dash through the enemies and do a lot of damage. So with the leveling path, you start, as you can see, you put your first point into dash, you put the next point into Lightning Storm. As I said, the whole idea of this leveling is about toughness, so you do want to take more toughness points and actually damage. You take 1 point of Earth and Bulwark level 4, level 5. You just take the Spirit Claw. The 2 variants you can play here. You can take, rather than the Spirit Claw, the Ferocity. Ferocity, while you spam Claw, you gain attack speed. Well, the Ferocity gives attack speed, and also with the Ferocity you get additional strikes, so you do more damage by stacking Ferocity and using the Lightning Storm with additional strike. But for the build I showed you with the dashing around and the Heroes of the Storm damage, for sure later on you want to play this variation, Spirit, with damage bonus. I'll explain also why. But since you level really fast, you don't want to spend time in rescaling all of your points, so I would just go straight up this way with the Spirit Claw and damage bonus lightning, Then I also take 1 point into Fortifying Healing, because I believe we really don't have a source of healing, so after Bulwark runs out, it's really nice to have a source of healing. Then the next point you put Cyclone Armor. Level 9, you just put 1 point into Cast Speed. Cast Speed is really nice. It's more attack speed, more resource generation, faster resources for faster Lightning Storm. It's really nice. Level 10, of course, you put the 1 point into Minimum Strike. If you want a movement speed, you feel you're crushing everything, you just want to be faster, of course, you can take 1 point of movement speed. Then the next big damage damage reduction source is the resistance here on the Cyclone Armor. I prefer taking Oath Berserk first, because if you get like poisoned or any type of dots on yourself, this removes it really fast, although this is a better source of DR. At level 13, you put 1 point on Debilitating Roar. Level 14, you just take the Lightning Claw. It's a little bit more damage, feels nice, but it's not really relevant. Then level 15, of course, you take the Omnibolt, which is your first power spike. Then level 16, you also can get the Greater Cyclone Armor, which is 100% boost to your already 20% resistance. Then you put 1 point into Reconstruction, which is also keeps your Earth and Bulwark going longer. Level 18, you put 1 point into the Booming Debilitating Roar, which is also 50% more effectiveness and duration, which is great. Then when you hit level 19, you put the first point to Cataclysm. You're going to take it till level 22. You take the duration. Level 24, you take the Vulnerable. So you see this comes together. You have a source of Vulnerable, and your Omnibolt is here doing X25 damage when you hit Vulnerable. So your Cataclysm is making the Vulnerable, and your Lightning Storm is just hitting them then. So after you get level 24, the Vulnerable Cataclysm, you take this huge Storm. You spam Cataclysm until actually you reach level 30. When you reach level 30, you take 1 point out of your Claw. You take out the Lightning Claw. You take the Dash. Dash is like the Shred. You can dash around. It's actually even faster than Shred, feels like it. It's like the old Shred. Then you put again point into Cataclysm. Once you reach level 32, the fun begins. You take out all your points from Cataclysm. You spam all points into your Heroes of the Storm, or into Lightning Storm. The idea is you dash around with Claw. While you're dashing, your Heroes of the Storm is hitting, and also your Cataclysm is hitting. So you have your source of resource generation is your Claw. You're having cast speed, you're having additional resources, and you're dashing around while your Heroes of the Storm is hitting everything. You're making them also vulnerable with Cataclysm, so you put all your points into Cataclysm and Heroes of the Storm. Your Cataclysm obviously does not take any resources, but it gives you resources. But you need to be careful about Heroes of the Storm. If there are no mobs around, nothing to hit, turn off your Lightning Storm. If there is enough mobs and stuff to hit, then you will never run out of resources. The only time you run out of resources is when you lack mobs to hit. So once you have reached around level, what level is it? 51, you put the point into the maximum life of the Debilitating Roar and also the increased duration. And then the rest you put all into defensive points, preferably for Cyclone Armor, then Earthen Bulwark, and then Debilitating Roar. And about the boons, the way I played the boons, let me see if I can put them in the book out here. For sure, you won't give the stack is the best source of resource generation. I put the Avian Ref in here because like people want a little bit more further build, but in leveling you for sure don't want Avian Ref because Avian Ref does not give you any source. You don't have crit chance, so you're not getting the crit damage, so you don't want this actually. So what you rather want is the Overlord, or you can also go Energize. Both are I guess okay, but you don't have any luck here as well, so Energize doesn't give you anything. You want to play Overlord, Calm Before the Storm, and Calamity. This is the best setup you could play. And as I said, for leveling, that's all the thing. I would recommend leveling with Lightning Storm Cataclysm. We did a test through. We were like in 2 hours and a half in Torment 4 when we did it yesterday. So with this setup alone, you get to Torment 4 in like 2 hours or something. It's a really good way to level. And yeah, further, if you are doing this leveling, another thing that's really important, let me show you really fast. I'll find it up. Yeah. So while you're leveling, what's also important is every 10 levels you hit, be sure to go in the new area. Go to these vendors every 10 levels you hit, and just check out if you have any new items which will be an improvement to you. For example, those level Lightning Storm would be very nice, or any like two-hander. always check it out. With this strategy, you make a lot of money, and it's a huge boost. So I would really recommend doing that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and tomorrow's the season live. I actually wanted to make this earlier, but I didn't have time. Too much real life quest lines. So yeah, I'll be happy. I'm happy season will start, and I know there are rumors like Druid is being B tier listed. I'm telling you, Druid is S tier. I have never been wrong about the Druid till now. So I'm telling you, Druid is S tier. Don't believe anything else. Enjoy the class. It's also really good in leveling. It's probably also S tier in leveling and endgame. So enjoy, guys, and tomorrow new season. We're all hyped. Thank you for watching.